First, we're going to balance out your energy.
No matter what I say in this book, remember that the only cures for disease come from patented drugs, surgical procedures, or medical treatments that publicly traded international pharmaceutical companies sell and politicians and governments have approved. Nothing else on planet Earth can prevent, treat, or cure disease. That's the law. By the way, although I look like I'm in my early 40s, I am really 70 years old. But that means nothing. The stuff in this book really doesn't work. That makes Kevin Trudeau approximately 79 years old. It's been about 9 years since he wrote that book. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. Ego is for grown-ups. The kingdom of God is for innocent children who have no doubt or disbelief. No ego. When Kevin left high school, he became a multi-billionaire. You should have seen the look on the face of his old high school guidance counselor when he discovered that Kevin had become one of the most powerful and successful people on planet Earth. Folks, the FDA says that surgery, chopping out parts of your anatomy, and prescription and non-prescription drugs are the only thing in the entire universe that can cure, prevent, or treat disease. Have any of you been cured of AIDS by drugs or surgery? How about sexually transmitted diseases or diabetes? What would you feel like if you knew the cure to such challenges as cancer, HIV, AIDS, or Alzheimer's disease? You may consider listening to music you love or movies you enjoy which convey these hidden truths. The elite have hidden success secrets encoded in music and movies.
Existence solely and completely to sound.
What is their secret? Well, the super wealthy typically do not get surgery or take prescription or non-prescription drugs. For anti-aging, they take royal velvet and live cell therapy. They don't eat conventionally processed foods. They typically eat 100% organic food. As a result, they don't experience cancer, obesity, diabetes, arthritis, hormonal imbalance, or any other diseases for that matter. It doesn't exist in their reality. No one living in Zion will say, "I am ill," and the sins of those who dwell there will be forgiven. The Lord will keep you free from every disease. He will not inflict on you the horrible diseases you knew in Egypt, but he will inflict them on all who hate you. My chief aim is very simple. Fulfill the prophecy of the One. I will set the elite and awakening masses free from reptilian enslavement. I'll put an end to the Antichrist with his reign of tyranny. I shall end all disease, war, suffering, and lack. Create a new world where there are no more tears, no more shame of nakedness, no more fear, and no more rules or boundaries, where humanity and nature are in perfect harmony and bliss. I will cast the accuser of the brethren in the bottomless pit for a millennium. At the end of time, I will ultimately destroy their power over this dimension and destroy the negative energy grid matrix once and for all. Then I will split their world separate from ours forever. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn and provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor. And he came to Nazareth where he had been brought up, and as was his custom, he went to the synagogue on the Sabbath day. And he stood up to read, and the scroll of the prophet Isaiah was given to him. He unrolled the scroll and found the place where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." And he rolled up the scroll and gave it back to the attendant and sat down. And the eyes of all in the synagogue were fixed on him. And he began to say to them, "Today this scripture has been fulfilled in your hearing." Today this scripture will be fulfilled in your midst. The poor will receive the secrets to true health, wealth, and prosperity. Remember this and stand firm. Recall it to mind, you transgressors. Remember the former things of old. For I am God, and there is no other. I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times things not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand, and I will accomplish all my purpose. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. You become what you think about most of the time. Nothing is impossible to the one who believes. The one who believes in me shall never be put to shame. How teachable are you? What is your willingness to learn and accept change? Are you ready to take up your cross and follow me? They crucified Christ because he was considered a mad, blasphemous lunatic. All the best people are. He claimed to be God manifest in the flesh. He was accused of deceit and blasphemy. However, Christ cared nothing for the opinions of mere mortals. He endured ridicule, suffering, and shame because of the joy set before him, the glorious chief aim. He endured the solar cross, despising the shame. He taught that everything is connected, one and the same.
Existence solely and completely to sound.
I'm going to show you what they don't want you to see. How would you like to address the root cause of disease? How teachable are you? Imagination is more important than knowledge. Suffer the little children to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom, the eyes to see. I desire people who have no doubts, no fears, no reserve, and no limits. The only thing to fear is fear itself. Children of Zion, now is the accepted time, the day of your salvation. He who has ears to hear, let him listen to me. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. What is your willingness to learn and accept change? Renew your minds, and success will be the inevitable outcome. When it comes to curing your disease, the how really is irrelevant. When your attitude is right, the facts really don't count. Character is thinking the right things long enough consistently until it becomes an automatic part of your DNA vibration. In my opinion, there are 5 main causes of disease. 1. Stress. 2. Toxins. 3. Adrenal fatigue and cellular shutdown. 4. Nutritional deficiencies. 5. Oxygen deprivation. When you address these causes from the root, your diseases will be cured. Nothing is impossible to the one who believes. Disease cannot exist in an oxygen-rich, stress-free, nutritionally efficient, purely clean environment of homeostasis. Your mind has the absolute power to heal your body just by the thoughts and vibrations you emit. This is why Jesus could cure disease by his command, because his wish was his command, and his level of belief was perfect. So let us get your thinking right, so the facts, or the how, don't count. The main overall cause of disease is stress. Any anger, envy, jealousy, upset, worry, fear, or negativity you vibrate creates dis-ease. And this dis-ease manifests as sickness and health complications. The biggest secret is that stress is created by negative energy frequencies all around you, from your food, water, air, and like-minded thoughts attracted to your thought field from the energy ley line grid. 84% of disease is caused by stress or anxiety. The cure is actually very simple. Instinct-based medicine stress reduction CDs. Dr. Leonard Caldwell has a 96% cancer cure rate with his patients in Europe. You can purchase his stress reduction CDs at www.instinctbasedmedicine.com or call me personally at 320-805-0778 so I can send you a copy of these audios for free. Dr. Caldwell has available stress reduction CDs designed for Christians and non-Christians alike. Also consider getting a copy of his book, The Only Answer to Cancer. If you want things in your life to change, this is the most important thing to change in your life. Lastly, there are negative neural pathways and established thought patterns which you have developed that do not serve a positive purpose. They promote and foster worry, fear, anxiety, anger, greed, malice, envy, strife, discord, jealousy, hate, fits of rage, and the like. These are negative programs in the field. The easiest, most effective way to eliminate these bad negative thought patterns is Thought Field Therapy by Dr. Roger Callahan. You can learn this technique for free through Dr. Francie Ng at the following link. This technique is very effective when used on a daily basis as often as you feel bad. The next cause of disease are toxins in your food, water, air, and cosmetics. It's an excellent idea to avoid processed foods, tap water, and conventional hygienic or cosmetic products. If you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. Ideally, you want to be purchasing organic or all-natural products which are free from chemicals and man-made ingredients. In order to reduce toxicity or acidity in your body, you may consider no longer putting the bad things into your system in the first place. You are what you eat. You may wish to go to www.naturalnews.com and check out the various articles and products. The most important way to eliminate toxins is to do the various cleanses. In my opinion, the best cleansing opportunity available on the market is Renew Life. Consider going to www.renewlife.com and getting a colon, kidney, liver, heavy metal, parasite, and Candida cleanse. Be sure to take their triple fiber supplement with each cleanse in order to fully flush those toxins out of your system for good. And be sure to take at least a 2-week break between each cleanse. That's definitely a good place to start when considering how to eliminate toxicity from your physiological makeup. Later on, you may consider a more complex Candida cleansing program. The best product on the market is Jeff McComb's Candida Plan at www.candidaplan.com. Also, the most effective 21-day full-body cleanse available on the market is at www.bepurecleanse.com. Why should you trust these companies or the individuals who design them? Well, who do you listen to? Ideally, you may consider purchasing products and listening to sources who are themselves initiates in various societies and clubs. I listen to people like Dr. C, Brenda Watson, Dr. Callahan, or Jeff McCombs, along with many others. They have what I want and have been where I am at. They have the health and wealth to validate their claims. Consider drinking reverse osmosis or distilled purified waters. Spring water is good as well. The various toxins in regular tap water reduce your IQ by 20% because they gunk up and block the sixth sense for being able to express its fullest potential and creativity. Fluoride was used in Nazi concentration camps to discover the various negative health effects it would have on the human body. The best company in the world for air or water purification technology is Fred Van Loo's www.ewater.com. Just don't forget that you can't eat an elephant all at once, so try not to feel overwhelmed by this information. Take baby steps. The next cause to address is adrenal fatigue and cellular shutdown. What a mouthful. You are what you receive. The brain receives frequency. There are electromagnetic frequencies being broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from radio towers, satellites, cell phone towers, wireless devices, and other brains. These frequencies have a negative effect on the body's physiology, manifesting diseases such as hormonal imbalance, insomnia, bipolar disorder, and fatigue. An imbalanced endocrine system is a force to be reckoned with. For example, when your hypothalamus is out of normalcy, you gain excess fat in the adipose tissues of the body. This is commonly known as obesity. Consider purchasing a copy of The Weight Loss Cure They Don't Want You to Know About by Kevin Trudeau to address the root cause of hypothalamus abnormalcy. You may consider purchasing an E-Dot and E-Pendant from www.ependantdeal.com to protect your thought field from negative electromagnetic chaos. Also consider getting Fred Van Loo's Harmony Health Pack available through SherlockHolmes.my90forlife.com in order to thoroughly address the root cause entirety of adrenal fatigue and cellular shutdown. And if you can manifest a way to contact Fred personally at 214-878-2568, you'll need to let him know that Jonathan James Sutton referred you. Consider having him test your cellular levels so he can give you instructions on how to build up on the E-Pendant while raising your cellular activity. The cells of your body are typically in a closed fight or flight mode, which leads to conditions such as cancer. The super wealthy have close to 100% cellular activity. The cells in their body are open and receptive to the positive healing effects of the universal energy consciousness. So perhaps you can see why it is imperative to address this root cause. During the time of Jacob's trouble, there is a massive wave of famine enveloping the world, not just in third world countries. The masses are living in an almost constant state of nutritional deficiency. This manifests itself in various ways. If you can get your body the nutrients, vitamins, and minerals it deserves from the correct sources, then you will start to feel amazing. Ideally, you want to be taking some sort of whole food supplement. Our food today simply does not have all of the nutrition we need, so you may consider getting a whole food supplement. The best product on the market is Fred Van Loo's CEO Harmony Health Pack at SherlockHolmes.my90forlife.com. Again, that's SherlockHolmes.my90forlife.com. When you take this product on an ongoing basis, the results will be virtually miraculous. Your pets can benefit from this information as well. Their vibrations are excessively low due to the processed foods and nutritionally deficient crap you keep feeding them on a daily basis. The best products available today for pets are at www.cornucopiapetfoods.com. Who do you listen to? I listen to those who have what I want and have been where I'm at. One of the most effective ways to address nutritional deficiencies is to eat real food. I mean, what nature intended. Not everyone is qualified to afford an organic diet, so the idea is to take one logical step at a time. Consider purchasing all natural foods from stores like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods Market. Consider your local farmer's market or health food store. If you can't buy organic, at least purchase foods that don't have artificial sweeteners, chemicals, or additives. Look at the ingredients list. If you can't pronounce what you read, don't eat it. Ideally, you want to be on a 100% organic diet. You want to be eating more fruits and vegetables that have not been genetically modified or sprayed with chemicals or pesticides. You may consider purchasing meat and dairy products which are free from antibiotics or growth hormones. An excellent online resource for all organic food is www.greenpolkadotbox.com. You may find a few things you would enjoy from that resource. Last but not least is oxygen deprivation. The events which led to the Great Flood resulted in the destruction of the firmament, waters above the earth, which led to a vast decrease in atmospheric ionosphere oxygen levels. It also resulted in the Earth's tilted axis, which led to the 4 seasons. Angels and humans who live inside the center of the Earth live to be hundreds, if not thousands of years old. This is because the conditions of Agartha are pre-flood. It's also why you don't experience first-hand interaction with those from below. They vibrate at a much higher frequency and cannot be observed by the human eyes unless they change their vibrational broadcast. This is why we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And every creature which is in heaven, and on the earth, and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, Blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb, forever and ever. So how can you, the individual, address the root of oxygen deficiency? The super wealthy take what is commonly known as 35% food-grade hydrogen peroxide on a regular basis. If they didn't, they would die like flies, as many of you do. This product exponentially increases the levels of oxygen in your body. It kills off virtually every known virus you can imagine. You can order the cheapest, most effective form of 35% food-grade hydrogen peroxide at www.jutrianrx.com. consider getting a copy of The 1 Minute Cure by Madison Cavanaugh. You may consider reading that book before you purchase the product because there are very specific important safety instructions on how to take it. Secondly, you may consider practicing deep breathing for at least 10 minutes every day. The average individual has poor breathing habits. This causes an upset in the balance of your chi source energy field, so consider doing some research on proper breathing techniques. Dr. Caldwell's Instinct-Based Medicine System Stress Reduction Package has a 20-minute deep breathing exercise you might want to consider. In conclusion, I would just love to thank you and appreciate your continued desire to remain teachable and consider the information contained in this valuable chapter. There are many wonderful natural health practitioners willing to assist you in addressing the root cause of your disease. So here is a website for finding a local naturopath physician of your choosing. Below, I'm going to give you a pretty comprehensive list of the many natural cures they don't want you to know about.
Everything owes its existence solely and completely to sound.
May the Lord richly bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace.